Nvidia's primary product is a semiconductor called the GPU, a graphical processing unit. It's different from like a CPU, a traditional semiconductor that might run a personal computer or a data center server. It was designed primarily for graphics, very complex problems to give us a more visual reality as we're playing games on computers. That's how they started. It turns out that a GPU is ideal for complicated accelerated computing for artificial intelligence. And that's where they really have struck a gold mine as we've now moved into this fourth era of computing, which is based on generative AI. GPUs enable a data center to really go to the next level of computing. Think about very large scale, large language models with millions and millions and millions of computations, trying to replicate how a human brain thinks and acts. And so that complicated computing process is only capable today with a GPU. And you string together huge clusters of them to handle very complex calculations. So when we think about this fourth era of computing, generative AI, the GPU is the core building block for that computing infrastructure. It can't be replicated at this time. So that is the primary function. That's the primary source of revenue growth now for Nvidia. The addressable market is significant for data centers that address generative AI. Right now, there's $1 trillion of infrastructure out there in traditional data centers. That's cloud-based computing, data centers that are established in big corporations, big governments. All of that over time should translate or transfer into accelerated computing. The opportunity might be larger than that $1 trillion though, because of course every next generation of technology, and we are entering this fourth era of computing, always is much bigger than the last. So in fact, it may be larger. In any event, we know every year we're going to spend a couple $100 to $300 billion just in the next few years building out these new data centers. So that's a big, big market opportunity, and Nvidia dominates it. We think their market share should exceed 80% every year for the next few years. Nvidia is the leader. They pioneered the technology. They have, in the horse race they're in today, they're in the lead position by a dramatic length. So when we think about the market opportunity, especially when you invest in technology, you always want to invest with the leader. They've generally developed a big competitive advantage. That's why they're in that position. With Nvidia, it's the software operating system built around the semiconductor itself that is enabling their success. That, with the networking technology they've also developed, enables them to create a system which is very easy for users to use from a perspective of using other software applications that come into play over time and immediately plug into that system in a seamless way. So it's very difficult to displace them from the marketplace, although the accelerated computing market, as it continues to grow, will attract new entrants or other companies that do more specific applications on the semiconductor side. They can also grab a small slice of the pie, but we believe Nvidia will maintain its significant lead for the next few years.